Could an experienced defender be on his way out of Tottenham? The Eze noise keeps getting louder, and Tottenham's interest in a Chelsea star. All to come on the latest edition of the Daily Tottenham News Headlines. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Here is today's Daily Tottenham News Headlines. Footy Insider report that Wrexham have opened talks to sign Tottenham defender Ben Davies. The hugely ambitious Championship club are working on a deal to land the 32-year-old Wales international on a free transfer. The BBC are reporting that if Ryan Mason does become the manager of West Brom, it's possible that he takes members of the Spurs coaching staff along with him. Apparently, discussions are at an advanced stage. The Independent are stating that Tottenham Hotspur still haven't made an official decision on Ange Postecoglou, but the chances of him staying have apparently gone down from last week's 5%. His departure is still expected whenever that may be. Reports are stating that Rodrigo Bentancur is keen to sign a new deal with Tottenham Hotspur. The club's hierarchy rate him so highly they consider him a potential captain. Reports are stating that Manchester United, Tottenham and Bayern Munich are all reportedly interested for Christopher Nkunku's signature this summer. The versatile midfielder has attracted interest from top clubs across England and Germany, setting up a potential bidding war. By lifting the Europa League trophy, Son Heung-min becomes one of only 13 captains in the club's long history to lift a major trophy. Sonny hit 20-plus goal involvements in all competitions as well again this season, a mark he's chalked up every season in a Spurs shirt since 2016-17. Sonny is up to the 198 goal involvements in the Premier League, just 2 away from becoming only the 13th player to reach 200 in Premier League history. Sonny's second assist in our 5-0 win at Southampton in December took him past Darren Anderton to become our all-time top assist maker in the Premier League. With 68, he's now on 71. Reports are stating that James McAtee is set to leave Manchester City this summer as their rebuild continues, and he is valued at 25 million. Tottenham are amongst the clubs who are interested. And many more rumours today that Tottenham are preparing a move for Crystal Palace star Eberechi Eze this summer. Spurs see Eze as a key target to bolster their attacking options and are ready to test Palace's resolve with a big money offer. However, a permanent deal for Matisse Tell can also play a big part in who they bring in, with Spurs still being linked to Leroy Sané. And finally, Alejo Veliz has contacted Rosario Central's management and expressed his desire to return to the club. Apparently, though, it won't be an easy deal to complete with Tottenham Hotspur during the upcoming summer transfer window. Well, here are my thoughts on all those stories. Firstly, Wrexham looking to sign Ben Davies. I'd be gutted to see Ben Davies go, I would. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea, but I think he's a huge figure around the dressing room. I would have liked to have seen him given 1-year extension, to be honest, just especially while we're in the Champions League next season as well. But, you know, he may want to go and play for Wrexham. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you at his age, you know? I'm sure he'd be a highly influential figure there as well, bringing some experience and expertise. That he'd be a really good signing for Wrexham. So whatever he decides to do, whatever the club decides to do, if Ben Davies walks out the door, I wish him well. The BBC reporting about Ryan Mason, obviously reports of him going to be West Brom's new manager. probably about time Ryan Mason does move on. If he takes some of the Spurs coaching staff, that would be a bit strange. But if these are people that he's worked with for years, he knows he can trust them. This is what managers do. They take their staff with them. So let's see what happens with that one. This is interesting, the Independent stating that the club, it's gone down from 5% that Postecoglou will be here next season. I just wish they'd give a bit more clarity on this. Does Ange know? Does the club know even? Are the journalists and press just guessing at this point? As I've said, I've nailed my colours to the mast. I think Ange Postecoglou deserves another season. He's earned that right, in my opinion. But the club do need to make a decision very quickly because the transfer window opens in a few days' time. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens there. But it's going to be big news either way. Rodrigo Bentancur signed a new deal with the club, possibly. Yep, I'll be in favour of that. He's still not got back to the heights, I don't think, since his ACL injury, but he did play well towards the end of last season. To have Bentancur sign a new deal, I think that can only be a positive for the club. And out of all our midfielders, he would be the one that I would certainly want to hold on to. And the reports about Christopher Nkunku, I'm not sure about this one. We don't really do business with Chelsea, do we? I'm not sure how this deal gets done or where this has come from. I could only see it being a loan, to be honest, but I wouldn't be in favour of this move. I'm just not sure about Nkunku, to be honest. Yeah, could be a mistake, this one. But get down in the comments, let me know what you think. He's a decent player. I just can't see it working. But hey, I've been wrong before. Sonny, yet more stats about him. You know, our number one assist maker now in the Premier League, overtaking Anderton on 71 assists now. Great player. Obviously, rumours about Sonny perhaps going to Saudi. Would be gutted to see Sonny go. So I, again, hope Sonny stays around for one more season. James McAtee leaving City as City continue their rebuild and getting people out the door they don't see as part of that plan. Valued at 25 million. He is a great player, but again, he's another one for the future, young talent. And I'll say it again, the club do need to bring in some experienced players in the summer. I'm all for bringing youth through if they're good players. Look at Archie Gray, Bergvall. But we need some experience this year. And if buying somebody like McAtee takes that chance away from the transfer budget in buying those experienced players, I personally wouldn't be in favour of it. We need that experience for next year, especially with us being, as I say, in the Champions League. And the rumours don't seem to go away about Eberici Eze. Every transfer window it's mentioned. I read it somewhere. I just want Spurs to go in and put a serious offer in for Eze. It is going to be difficult because obviously Palace have got Europa League football, but we can offer him Champions League. So let's see what happens there. I've said many times, I'm probably boring you. I think we should go for Eze. I think he should be our number one target. As I mentioned in that paragraph as well about Tel and Leroy Sané, but if you're going to act like a big club, why don't you go and get Sané and Eze? And if the club do fancy Tel, as I've said, I'm not sure about it. I think for the right price, it's worth investing in Matisse Tel or try and get him on loan again. But if you're bringing in Eze and Sané, I think that certainly puts down a marker and shows intent. And Alejo Veliz asking to go back Rosario Central. I just don't think it's ever going to work out for Veliz at Tottenham. Obviously, he hadn't really played many games for us. Didn't have a very good season last year on loan. So I don't actually understand why it won't be an easy deal to do this deal. If the club don't want him and the player wants to go back and the receiving club want to pay the money, surely it's there. Perhaps it is about money and Tottenham's valuation of Veliz, but it hasn't worked out, has it? And I think Spurs will either look to loan him or offload him in the summer. Anyway, that's all from me today. Get down in the comments, let me know your thoughts on those stories. Come on, you Spurs. you.